Have you ever picked up your phone, looked at the screen, and found a strange text message from a number you absolutely do not recognize? Okay, let's dive into this. If you've got a smartphone, the chances are incredibly high that you have. It's kind of become this modern mystery that pops up in our pockets literally every single day, often disguised as something super urgent. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to unpack exactly what's happening when those weird messages arrive, and more importantly, how to decode them. Today, we're focusing on a very specific rising threat, smishing, and the road toll text scam. We're drawing our information directly from a fantastic new lesson by the Associated Press, which is designed to help us navigate workplace and safety technology. We'll be exploring some essential vocabulary from this lesson that is definitely going to change how you look at your phone. And hey, pay special attention to that word smishing. It's basically the key to this entire puzzle we're about to solve. To make all of this really concrete, we aren't just going to stare at dry definitions. I want you to meet Leo. Leo's just like you and me. He's a busy guy, going about his daily routine, running errands, maybe driving to work. And right in the middle of his day, his phone buzzes. He just received a very strange text message. We're going to follow Leo's story step by step to understand the actual mechanics behind this threat. And we'll pick up some vital vocabulary along the way. So, here is our roadmap for today. First, meet Leo, the recipient. Second, what is smishing? Third, impersonating the toll agency. Fourth, protecting sensitive information. Fifth, how scammers bypass security. And finally, number 6, filing a scam complaint. Let's move to our first chapter and see how this builds. Part 1, meet Leo, the recipient. The mysterious road toll message. Our very first essential vocabulary word from the AP lesson is recipient. That is simply a person who receives something, like a message, a letter, or a package. In our story today, Leo is the recipient. He's on the receiving end of a highly dangerous, targeted text message. The sender is totally banking on the fact that the recipient, our guy Leo, will react quickly and without thinking. Now, imagine you're Leo, and this is exactly what you see when you look down at your screen. Urgent. Your road toll is unpaid. Pay now or face a fee. Click here. Just read that for a second. It's entirely designed to create immediate anxiety. If you're Leo, you're suddenly thinking, wait, did I drive through a toll last week? Am I going to get fined? That mild suspense, that sudden rush of panic, that is exactly what the sender is counting on to make Leo click that link. Which brings us to part 2. What is smishing? The technology behind the text. And this gives us our next crucial definition. Scam. A scam is a dishonest plan for making money or getting an unfair advantage. It is so absolutely vital to understand that the message Leo received, it's not a mistake. It's not some random administrative error from the city. It's a completely dishonest, calculated plan designed strictly to steal from him. The urgency in that text is a total fabrication. To really understand how this specific scam works, we have to define phishing. Phishing is the act of sending fake emails or messages to trick people into giving away private information. You've probably heard of email phishing, right? But here's the critical twist. When this exact same type of attack happens over SMS text messages, just like what Leo's dealing with, cybersecurity experts call it smishing. Yep, SMS plus phishing equals smishing. Moving on to part 3, impersonating the toll agency. Who really sent the message? To pull a trick like this off, the sender relies heavily on our next vocabulary word, impersonate. To impersonate means to pretend to be someone else in order to trick people. The criminals behind this text are impersonating the official road toll agency. They're crossing their fingers, hoping Leo will just assume it's an official government or municipal alert and trust the authority of the sender. It's essentially a digital costume, plain and simple. We can really connect our new vocabulary together by walking through how these criminals operate in 3 simple steps. Step 1, they cast a massive net and send a text message out to thousands of recipients just like Leo. Step 2, they impersonate a real agency, like a local road toll authority, to build up false trust. And step 3, once the trap is set and the trust is faked, they move right in to steal data. It's a highly efficient, highly dangerous loop. Let's shift over to part 4, protecting sensitive information. What they actually want from Leo. So what's the goal? They are after information that is sensitive. Sensitive means private information that must be highly protected. We aren't talking about Leo's favorite color or what sports team he follows. In a workplace or personal security context, sensitive information means your passwords, your banking and credit card numbers, your social security number, or even your home address. This is the absolute goldmine that these scammers are digging for. And how do they actually get it? Well, they trick you into handing it over. This brings us to the word reveal, which means to make known or show something that was previously hidden. So the crucial point is this: Leo must absolutely never reveal his private data. The entire smishing text is engineered to panic him into clicking a link, typing his credit card number into a fake website, and thereby revealing his most sensitive information straight to a thief.
Next up, Part 5, How Scammers Bypass Security, the Danger of the Link.
The scammers essentially want to bypass your defenses. To bypass means to go around something instead of going through it. Your phone has security features, and, your brain has logical mental checks. But by using fear, by telling Leo he owes money immediately, the scammer hopes to just bypass Leo's common sense entirely. The link in the text is designed to bypass official secure payment channels and route Leo directly into their trap. So to spot this trap, Leo needs to look at the domain. The domain is the main web address of a website. For example, in the email address leo@company.com, company.com is the domain. Scammers will actually buy domains that look just official enough to fool a panicked recipient. But if you stop and look closely, they are entirely fake. Inspecting that domain is pretty much your #1 defense against a smishing link. And this brilliantly illustrates the point. To spot the trap, just compare these two examples. A safe domain looks like www.citytoll.gov. Notice that .gov at the end, which clearly indicates a legitimate government entity. Now compare that to a fake domain the scammers might use, www.city-toll-pay-now.com. It uses dashes, it has urgent language shoved right into the address, and it ends in .com. It's designed to look real at a quick glance, but a careful inspection reveals it's a complete fake.
Now, if Leo hesitates even a little bit, the fake website might use our next vocabulary word to scare him further: suspend. To suspend means to stop something from happening for a short time. The scammers might threaten to suspend Leo's driving privileges or suspend his vehicle registration if he doesn't pay that fake fee right that second. Again, they're using the threat of suspension to completely bypass his logic.
Finally, we reach Part 6, Filing a Scam Complaint. What Leo should do. The correct action involves our final vocabulary word from the AP lesson: complaint. A complaint is a formal statement that something is wrong or illegal. You see, Leo shouldn't just delete the message and move on. He should take action. By filing a formal complaint with consumer protection agencies or his cellular provider, he's actually creating a legal record that this specific phone number and this specific domain are being used to commit crimes. Now, what's really interesting about this is how simple the solution actually is. These 4 little bullet points entirely defeat the scam. First, do not click the link. Second, do not reveal sensitive information. Third, use your phone's built-in feature to report the text message as junk. And fourth, file a formal complaint if you can. By following this structure, Leo takes all the power right away from the scammer. The smishing attempt just completely fails. We followed Leo's journey from being the recipient of a smishing text all the way to successfully defending his sensitive data. But now, the focus turns back to you. How will you protect your own sensitive information today? The next time your phone buzzes with an urgent, mysterious message, I really hope you remember this explainer, inspect that domain, and stop the scammers right in their tracks. Stay curious, stay vigilant, and keep learning.